here. Whose office? Hello?
Look, well now this is just reception. Why? Because I've got my own office.
Ooh, so this is the reception situation.
Yeah.
We got Mars on the window.
Yeah.
Did you ever think we'd be back here doing this?
Oh my goodness, no. I mean, I guess secretly in my heart, because you don't want to let go of things that you love and sort of bury them. But I had always known there was like fans that wanted it back, but I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, but that's like never happened before. No one lets a 10-year-old television show just like come back like it never went off the air. And I have had moments when they've called action where I sit there and I just get so giddy. I'm like, what are we doing? Who let us do this? This is absurd.
Well, the people who were ready and everyone else who are going to be tuned in, the Marshmallows.
My marshmallows, my babies, my children.
When you hear them, excuse me, and you know how much they're invested in this, it doesn't matter how long ago it was. Did they have any help in saying, hey, Hulu, come on, bring it back? 'Cause they had a Kickstarter. They broke some things for the movie.
Oh, yeah. Well, the movie Kickstarter records that were set were absolutely an indication that there was still a fan base. And then, you know, when we were pitching the show, we had all of this, like, you know, social media data and internet data to go like, look how many people are still talking about this show. So it was definitely a fundamental part. The fact that people still reference her and they still talk about being a marshmallow.
Yes. Do you go outside sometimes and you're like, oh, those are the fans. I know who they are. And they say hello?
Yeah, they do, but we have code. They say I'm a marshmallow. And they do it real under the radar, and it's awesome.
Like, what's an example?
Yeah, they're just like, hey, what's up? I'm a marshmallow.
Ah,
and I'm like,
it's
no,
so
cool.
cool. Oh, okay. Don't tell anybody.
Yeah.
Take me back to that very moment, 2004, when we
think.
first started.
Yeah.
We don't have to talk about age. We can do math.
I don't even
ourselves.
know.
Yeah,
I don't keep
either.
track.
Yeah,
I just don't. No, it's like
We
it's just a
ageless.
number. Yeah.
When you started 2004, you had done some TV work already. You had done some things, but this
little
was
bit, but
this
like
was
guest
something
stars.
so different.
So different. It was my first series.
Were you worried? Were you nervous? Were you ready to take it on?
None of the above. I had no idea what to expect. I was just
Okay.
like excited that I had a weekly paycheck and wasn't asking my parents for money anymore.
Yeah.
And I had to move to San Diego, and I was a little bit stunned at how difficult it is to shoot a show like this, because it really is. It's a huge undertaking to have like a stylized film aspect like noir and be, you know, out doing a lot of locations, having a lot of night shoots. It was
Right.
a real undertaking, and I was glad I was in my 20s when it was happening, and you know, when you go from not working to working a 16 or 17-hour day,
Right.
you are like, hello,
What's happening?
yeah, I'm alive.
Yeah, but it's good. It was a good
Yeah,
experience.
but it was great. I learned so much.
Now, knowing how you were when you first started, knowing where you're at now, you've accomplished so much. You've done so much, even life experience. How are you taking on this role now?
That's a very interesting question. I think I had so much fun playing her because she's sassy and leans in a lot. That's what we're saying now,
Yeah.
right? But I didn't understand how important she was. Now that I have little girls, like I said before, this is a giant show to shoot. I'm here a lot of hours, which means logistically I'm away from my kids more hours.
Right.
I'm missing 4 or 5 bedtimes a week. And when I decided to take it on, I was like, you know what? Now that I went back and reread the scripts and watched the show, I want my girls to have this character in their life.
Gotcha.
And now I see why a lot of young girls and women said, thank you for doing that show. It wasn't just because we entertained them. It was because she was a force in their life. She was an example.
Yes.
And I made the choice as a mom now, which was really hard, to go, I'm going to miss a couple bedtimes for a couple months because I want this character to exist in the world. I want her to be in the zeitgeist. I want girls to reference her. I want girls to feel like her. What would Veronica do?
Yes,
You know?
that was gonna be another question, a follow up. You already answered it for me.
Sorry.
No, it's great. This is how good she is. Okay, I don't even need to ask. The empowerment that this character has.
Yeah.
Doesn't it feel so good beyond your daughters too? You're saying just
Yeah.
everyone. It's so cool to have that comeback and for it to be
Yeah.
something that we can all look to.
Because it's not stereotypical. That's the thing, is she's so layered and dimensional, and the way Rob Thomas writes her is incredibly complex, and she's able to be like sassy and strong and vulnerable within the same breath. And newsflash, that's how I am. I mean, I'm not gonna tell all women they're like that, but that's how I certainly feel.
Right.
And I want that woman representative of us out there who feels a lot of different things, who feels like screaming and crying in the same sentence, and you know, screaming because of anger and crying because of sadness.
Yeah.
And I'm sort of proud that my girls are going to grow up in a world where Veronica Mars can be referenced again.
And they know what you're doing? Do they like?
They do,
they
yes.
get it,
and
right?
they're a little bit like the one thing they can't wrap their head around, because I don't have parents on any other show I do.
Okay,
so when Rico Colantoni comes over and I'm like, this is my fake dad, and they're like, come again? They're like that, working with someone, and
It's like our grandparent too.
yeah, like they're a little bit perplexed about that. But
Okay.
they're also
They'll get
pretty dumb because they're small, so their brains.
We all
will-
don't know much of
We're
this.
hoping their brains will grow and they'll get it soon.
I'm praying for you.
Yeah, thank you.
It'll be good. If we didn't watch Veronica in the beginning, shame on you. But if you're watching now, is it going to be hard for us to jump back in?
Not
or do we
in
need
the
to...
slightest. No,
Okay.
no. There's nothing. Everything that we set up in the first episode is the only things you need to know about the town and the characters, and you'll see everyone is clear right off the bat. You don't need to
Okay.
know any of the previous story. Although it is fun to go back and watch it,
To
but
know it.
you will not need to have seen a single thing to start the series.
If you love that video, you're going to love everything on the Access YouTube channel. So hit the subscribe button. You can thank me later. Hit it. Now. Thanks.